We're glad you joined us for worship today. Whoever you are, whatever your theological, spiritual, political, sexual, or racial orientation or gender identity, you are welcome to worship here and become a part of this community. This morning's our Beltane service, which is kind of a celebration. It already feels celebratory with everyone sitting around the circle around the roaring fire. Thank you for that. All right. Are there any announcements?
I have several, as always. Today is the last day of Pledge Month. If you're going to give a pledge, please turn it into Lauren today. Obviously, you can still pledge at any time, but we would like to have them in as soon as possible because next week we're setting our budget and we need that information to do that. Next week is our new member service. So if anybody here who has been attending regularly and is interested in joining and becoming a member of Canadian Church, we're going to have a ceremony where you can sign the book and be formally welcomed into the community. Of course, it's not a requirement, but yes.
What do you think you are away next week or you would like to join?
You just tell us you want to be a member, and then maybe at the next service, we'll read welcome for you and give you the opportunity to sign the book, and we'll do it and accept it. Is that okay? All right, sure. Thank you. But what membership essentially gets you is you have a voice in the way we run things here. Members can attend anybody can attend our annual meeting, but members can vote. So when we make decisions about how we run this place, you can participate in that process. You can also serve on committees. You're eligible for elected positions. So that's kind of like the core of our society here is democratic process. We are self-governing. If you are a member, you can participate in that. So if you're interested in joining, let me know, or you can just show up next week. And when we have new members come up to sign the book, come on up. If you can't attend next week, just let me know and we'll make sure that we do something with you so we can formally recognize this. So that's May 7th. Existing members will also have the opportunity to participate in the ceremony. And if you want, you can come up and sign the book as part of a recommitment. If you like, you don't have to. You're not going to lose your membership if you don't. But we just want everyone to feel welcome to participate. So that will be with Judy, which will be really special to have that done with our affiliated ministers. Yes.
Can I just add to the new member? That people should let you know what we think. If we had 1 year, a minister said if anyone would like to come up with people that have been here once, or maybe it was their first Sunday, and they go up and they sign the book and everything, and then they came back. I just don't ever want to see that.
Yeah, it is important that our active membership roster reflects our community, because if we have a ton of members and they do not participate and they don't come to things, it kind of messes up our ability to have a quorum to vote and stuff. So that's definitely, we don't want people to become members if they don't want to be here. That same day, May 7th, the Prudential Committee and our treasurer and hopefully our assistant treasurer will be meeting to set our budget for next year. So for those of you who are part of that process, we'll get a pizza, we'll have soda, we'll make it a thing. There's a couple of agenda items that we got to vote on as well, but it's mostly going to be setting the budget for next year. So just a reminder, that is also next week. It's going to be a very crazy day. What am I forgetting? Coffee house, okay, huh? Okay. Tuesday's craft night. We need to finish the loom. We'll work on it today. You can come to craft night and we'll work on it because Wednesday it's going uptown to the art show. So it needs to be done. What am I forgetting something important? Oh, the plexiglass. Today, we are taking the second collection to go towards replacing the plexiglass that protects our 3 stained glass windows on the sanctuary. The quote for that repair was $6,400. I understand that the company is going to give us a little bit of a break. But we would prefer not to draw from our cash reserves if we can help it, because we need our money for our outreach and growth efforts next year. So if anybody is willing and able to contribute a little bit extra specifically towards the plexiglass, there'll be a second offering, or you can always, send a check through the mail or in person and just put a note on it for the plexiglass. And then after pledges come in, Lauren will give us a final tally and we'll figure out how many bags of candy we're getting next week. All right, I think I'm done. Thank you, everyone.
Great. All right, 2 weeks, our final coffee house of the season, May 13th. The local rock group. So that's a kind of generic term. So to clarify, their alternative, I think they would decide their sound was kind of like the Red Hot Chili Peppers meets Incubus. Yeah. So much more mellower than won't be like Dee Snider. And
Yeah, it's not like a metal band.
as far as I know, only one chicken will be, no more, maybe promise. But yeah, that's Saturday, May 13th. So in less than 2 weeks. As always, we're happy to have volunteers to help put things together. We sell baked goods, just trying to go out on a high.
Yeah. And also along those lines, our friend Rob Rosa, who is the owner of Rockland Music, and is also on the Cultural Council, which is the council that provided the grant for the show. He donated a brand new portable PA system that we can use for the coffee houses, for open mic. We can use them when we do services out back, or if we need to bring it outside. So if you are a guitar person, he's in the sandpaper factory, go buy your guitars from him. He is amazing. They also have their open studio, so you can also pop in at Rockland Music, and if you see him there, you just say, "Hey, I'm from Canyon Park, thank you for the PA system," and you're probably gonna take out of that.
Any other announcements? Aaron?
Again, it's gonna be the moon, it's gonna be at the Rockland Arts Festival, next this Wednesday, Thursday, if you wanna go and check it out, it's 6 to 3:30, it's at the high school. And we have our annual plant sale coming up on May 20th. So if anyone wants to join in, volunteer that day, or if they have anything we wanna bring. And also, UU Church in Norwell is having their community dinner this Tuesday. They are asking for RSVPs if you want to go, because they can only go so many people there. They want to get your food and all of that. That's this Tuesday, the 9th at 5 p.m. A couple of us are going, so if you want RSVP, you can let us know. It's free, yeah. And afterwards, they are having a discussion on gun safety and people.
Is it the same night as craft night? Or is it-
It's next Tuesday.
Yeah, it's next. I didn't say it.
It's the craft night is Tuesday and then the normal business is 9.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted to be sure. You know, I am the thing. So.
I think that's it.
I have one quick one, just safety, don't go in the look at it today, but next been treated. Probably won't be training.
Any other announcements? There's a lot of announcements. So I'm not like our chalice. I can't reach the candles up there, so we're gonna leave them unlit for today. Please stand as you're willing and able. And we have a special reading today for lighting the talent. So please join in unison. Circle of light, circle of sound, circle of Beltane, circle around. Sacred sun, all you pour, to shine your light and bring us forth. Spirit of the land, spirits of faith, join our circle to bring the light. And our affirmation. Love is the doctrine of its church, the God's retreat is government, and service is forever. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge and freedom, to serve in fellowship, to be all souls comfort. Thus we cover with each other and with God. If you remain standing, or you can sit if you prefer, we'll sing hymn number 57, called Beautiful the March of Victory. This book makes it difficult. So about Beltane. Beltane is a Gaelic fire festival that takes place halfway between the spring equinox and summer solstice. It's celebrated on or around May 1st in the northern hemisphere and around November 1st in the southern. The name Beltane means bright fire and can be traced back to the worship of the sun god Beltane. The Sabbat celebrates the great abundance that the sun and earth have come together to create. Historically, this was the time when livestock were taken out to pasture in the lush greenery of springs. Farmers walked their cattle between large bonfires to bless, cleanse, and protect the herd for the months to come. Still today, these bonfires play an important role in Beltane celebration. Many pagans gather around these great fires to welcome new blessings and protections. It is a time of fun and frolic, filled with dance, drumming, song, and all sorts of merriment. Because the festival sort of stems in large part from Gaelic cultures, I have a story to read to the children if they would like to come sit around me. Don't have to. The warmth of night was such delight outside the serpent's slumber, wrapped snug around a hawthorn branch beneath a song of thunder. When came the dawn, he gave a yawn and woke to seize the morning, but noticed soon his bough had bloomed with flower buds adorned. It seemed like everything he saw had flourished overnight. From fruited tree to blossomed bush, abundance was in sight. The serpent cheered, Beltmead is here, I must inform my lady, and slithered off to Bridget's heart beneath a wreath of daisies. The news made goddess Bridget beam, behind her ginger hair. There's still one flower left to bloom, my friend, we must go there. Indeed, there was a flower bud still frozen from the frost, kept vigil by the fairy folk in woods that time had lost. The goddess came with hands aflame and thawed its icy leaves, and when its petals bloomed, inside awoke the fairy queen. Good morrow, yawned the monarch, and the fairies cheered above. The goddess gave the queen her flame and simply said, for love. Far beyond the meadow green, the village children dance, twirling round and round a maypole, weaving ribbons as they dance. Nearby, the hare hopped happily and hopped to join their game, but halfway stopped because he thought the wind had called his name. Young hare, it said, see with your heart, the veil is thin between. And suddenly the hare could see her grace, the fairy queen. In her hands burned magic fire, 'twas vivid violet hue. Take this flame here to Ostara, she said, she'll know what to do. Oh, I forgot. As swiftly as his legs could leap, to Ostara hopped the hare, till he found the great green goddess sprouting flora from thin air. So amused by hare's good news, Ostara's leaves began to shake. Then she hoisted up the hare and said, there's still one left to wait. In the deep heart of the forest, where no human dares to roam, slept the oak king since the winter, guarded by a group of gnomes. When Ostara and the hare arrived with fairy flame in hand, its magic fire woke the king, for love, Ostara sang. Once the Beltane sun descended, yielding power to the moon, across the village lovers gathered, fasting hands and jumping brooms. Others circled round bonfires, laughing to their heart's content, all rejoicing nature's bounty and their love for merriment. Between the realms of man and fae, gather goddesses and friends, there to witness as the oak finds the fairy. 'Tis a moment most romantic and a tale quite certain of a love that's lost each winter but returns at least. There's a glossary. Oh, really? All right. And now is the time in our service where everyone has an opportunity to share those joys or concerns that you'd like everybody to carry with you. You too.
So actually, Taekwondo now, I'm borrowing guards until my order comes in. And it's
I always like sparring.
A candle of continued concern for our friend Kelly.
Candle of joy, and I'm gonna go visit my hometown with Caroline and be friends and learn more and fun, good time and beautiful forest.
Where's your hometown?
It's in New Lebanon, New York, right over the border. And yeah, hundreds of acres of beautiful old forest with big buildings.
One for our friend Diane, who whose health is not great again. Hopefully she'll bounce back and see her again soon.
One for Carolyn in the home office.
And for us, we're Maddie's parents, and we came down up here to see her. And spend the weekend with her.
We might have handled this whole being here. It's my first time here. I can't express how happy I am. This is so wonderful.
You picked a good one.
Yeah. Okay, we're grateful to be here. Thank you.
A candle of thanks for Lauren, Julie, and Helen for putting together the service here.
And one for Maddie for getting a million texts piecemeal about, oh, and we're doing this.
One last candle for all those joys and concerns of deeply living. Let us enter into a spirit of prayer and meditation. If you feel comfortable, put both your feet on the floor. Close your eyes if you'd like. Imagine that there are roots going from the bottom of your feet down through these floors, through whatever basement situation's going on underneath, and into the dirt underneath. Feel like you are rooted in that earth, like one of the many flowers that have been, like a tulip, like all the new things that are sprouting right now. Sit for a few moments in silence, paying attention to the strength that being rooted in the ground gives you. And follow your breath. Wiggle your toes. Open your eyes. And we will sing Kim 123, remain seated. Spirit of fun. Our first offering today is for the church and helping us to continue to have services like this. Like Julie mentioned, we will be doing a second collection for the. Maybe we'll just pass the bowl around. We'll remain seated for singing our dedication. So we have two rituals that we're going to do today. Also, we have our bonfire that has been lit. The first one, everyone is going to get to grab an apple. And then you're going to take a toothpick. Think of a blessing. You might cheat sheet. Think of a blessing you would like to welcome into and invite into your life for the next season. It's a wish, maybe, or perhaps it's love, or perhaps it is I don't know, fortune, or, it's something that you'd like to welcome the energy into your life. Using the toothpick like a writing implement. I'm not giving everyone my. Draw a symbol or a word or something that represents this blessing or wish, while imagining what things will be like when you achieve it. Then the best part, or perhaps a fun part, is that you get to eat the apple. And as you eat it, taste its freshness and goodness, and silently ask the goddess, the god, the spirit, whatever you would like, that they may bring qualities of that freshness and that good energy into your life. And if you cannot eat apples for whatever reason, you may carve your symbol and then imagine the apple being eaten. And then later you can leave it outside for a creature to come in. Maybe not outside here. because I don't wait, that's right. Or else. And then we'll do, after everyone has gotten their toothpicks and started their carving, we'll do the second activity while folks are eating. You wanted to be apples, that sounds like a great idea, and I'll follow with the toothpicks.
One for all of us is not. We don't want to be.
Go, one by
So many.
So you use it like a kind of and see right.
This is
Yeah, something like.
Perhaps you could wish that the squirrels get trapped and be
Yeah.
done with it.
They crawled right past each other.
The first, after they put that mesh up, the first maid, she pulled the mesh off of the building and crawled up near it. And had to re-secure it.
Yeah.
They might be.
There are no apples.
No apple.
Yes, we have their own more. So we did it in.
Even if using the toothpick doesn't work fantastically, it's the thought that counts.
It's pretty good.
Great.
Didn't go about a minute, save for every. Alright. Then there, right.
Yes.
What? Take a bite of it. So you take a bite, we're not cutting. them. You take a bite. And then you want to bite.
The fire, yeah, the toothpicks can go in the fire.
Really?
Or toothpicks that grow on trees.
Turn. There. That's.
Yeah.
They're restoring.
And then you will have another.
How's everyone doing with their apples?
Sure, it's eating apple.
We're encouraging healthy.
Thank you.
Okay. 10-second rule.
Happy work.
Good job, Sharon. You want to say?
I guess the goal is.
All right, but you will with plastic off of this.
So you may have noticed we have
Wow.
many flowers here. What we're going to do now, and this is really a choose your own adventure type of thing, is if you'd like, you can grab some daisies and make a daisy crown. I don't know if Erin has any suggestions on how best to do that.
I brought some wire.
Okay.
Some people can braid the stems together. You can also just weave them into your hair.
Or you could, if you just want to take a couple of daisies for yourself, you can do that too. And so that, this is what will be the second part of our ritual.
No.
Purple. All right, so whenever you would like, you can come up and grab some daisies. Want to make it.
How long? Like your vid.
Yeah.
Oh.
Good.
You get an easy crown from
Do you want more than one color?
No, I don't know.
There's also some ribbons. People want any ribbon.
Oh, yeah. Away.
There we go.
It's something you gain when they.
Flowers, some words.
Flowers.
If anybody wants any wire, right now you go down the wire.
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 From me.
Yeah.
Now. Remember. That's a good idea.
We end up.
I know what to do. Bring it forward.
That's a very good way to do it, Brenda. I think so. You like.
Well, there's-
It'll match it.
Yeah.
David.
Yes, yeah, we have one. Yes. There's plenty, so if anyone needs more, they for.
And Justin.
Made us down.
Oh.
Flower on sauce. Now it's attached to my hand.
I mean, you can try and spread the wire. Not having it else. You can also like kind of braid them, like wrap it.
Yep.
It does, try to get close to.
Maybe next. Your
They should have had wire.
Get too close.
Yeah, you want some wire?
Flower and.
Be careful, though.
Yeah, I'm a dad now, I'm a father.
No, I was short.
It's about health.
Say hello to my dad.
Hello to my dad.
Here right now.
He's a super fun. It's a snake.
I don't.
It's a stinger.
No, I can hear.
Yeah, there's no way to do it.
I'm in here. I never so really sexually activated. Seriously.
No, that's for girls. Let me talk. Karate chop.
I don't think that that's a girl's thing. I think it's for anybody.
What, me?
No wire.
Yeah.
You figure they did this before they. Must be possible.
Yeah, whatever reason.
How's that?
It's my artist flower. Flower hand.
Flowers that you pour water at people, but never that.
Yeah, you just, you
That's
don't have
terrible.
anybody. So Maggie got the app.
Did everybody like my freaking?
Well, generally,
Huh?
they're like.
One of them's.
I say both bites of pancakes.
It's looking great. One here.
No, that's not.
There you go.
Mine is looking very dull. Oh. It's a stabbing flower.
I usually do.
Or a trap.
Because that's the nice. Oh my goodness, you're fantastic. Far by the stab. Oh, okay.
No.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad you like the app.
Green pointer.
Good job.
Hello.
Something you should keep in mind.
I could get.
Yes.
That's finding maybe, maybe I should.
Third with the players.
Yeah.
Flowers.
I would like to be here. I know that.
Yes, I have a flower here.
Is it bionic?
There's a YouTuber called Bionic
No. There is.
who plays Minecraft that none of you know of.
What does he do in Minecraft? I'm thinking I was bald.
Ah.
Your people.
He basically is like, that's the story of. He's like a YouTuber.
Have you ever made like another highway? Another highway, you know, if you ever go to another, you go 15 blocks, you know, so make highway to another.
I saw
You go between spaces really quick. It's been my whole life.
That rock edition.
Okay, I don't like.
Like. Edition I play, but I'm pretty sure it's Bedrock. I turned on the next game. Yeah. vegetable dust and food dye.
Much gosh, this.
What is this?
Why don't you be Thank you. Oh, cool, that's pretty good. That would be- I want one for you. I don't have any way of passing it. I don't have a copy. Well, here. Are you gonna be? Here, this one. Did your mom ever told you to take them by your phone? Okay. Every morning. Well, every morning, but every morning. Yeah. One step.
And but to look at your order of service. And look at the under extinguishing of the talent, and we'll just read this together. And then you can continue making your crowns, we can have coffee hour. And work on the loom and all that. But please find in your order of service. And speak in unison, and I'll blow out the palace after. Open bay, on this day, will go be, those that be, God is bright, God of sun, bless your children till our days are done. Thank you.